Hi friends, it's Auntie Cuckoo, and today I am bringing you another Dollar Tree DIY for the 4th of July. With school ending and summer starting off, things have gotten away from me, but I am so ready to put up my patriotic decor, and I needed something long and narrow, so I came up with this little sign using a few things from the Dollar Tree. Let me show you what we'll need. Starting off with the sign, I picked this up at Dollar Tree maybe a month or two back. I thought it had great lines and potential. You wouldn't necessarily need this sign, just something that is a square or box size that you can paint. Speaking of paints, I pulled out my navy blue and my white craft paint, and I did pick up some ribbon from the Dollar Tree. So this is a slightly off-white cream color. I also have all of this lace ribbon from the Dollar Tree, and then red. So I did pick up the red on the right from the Dollar Tree, but I wasn't thrilled with it, so I headed to Michael's and used my 50% off coupon to pick up something a little darker. Now you're going to need a few things to make stars. Now you could definitely print something off a computer or just use a pencil and paper to draw a star and make your own template, cut it out. Or if you have a star shape around the house, either in wood or foam, you could use this to trace your stars. You could even use stickers. Just make sure you have a small paintbrush for making your stars. You're also going to need some needle nose pliers, something to fill the holes in the sign, some more paintbrushes, and a hot glue gun. So let's get started with our sign. The first thing I'm going to do is obviously take the tag off, and then I'm going to remove the plastic around the arrow. Now again, you could use any boxed sign or square shape for this. It does not have to be this specific sign. I just used my needle nose pliers to remove all the little nails, and now it's ready for a quick sanding. So I'm back inside after giving it just a quick sanding. The paint is going to cover everything up. Now, I used some wood filler from the Dollar Tree, but I have heard you could use toothpaste. I've never tried it myself, but I often use spackle or caulking to fill little holes during craft projects. Now, once your sign is ready to paint, I'd recommend removing any kind of hanger just so you don't have to worry about it while you're painting. And we're ready to paint. So I did start out with this navy blue craft paint I had on hand. I knew instantly it was a little too light for my liking. Since the navy blue I had was not cutting it, I decided to darken it up by just adding a little bit of black paint to the paint I already had. So just a little squirt, work it in with your paintbrush, and you will have a darker shade. After a quick mix, I was so much happier with the darker navy. So I just gave it another coat and it was ready to dry. While that's drying, let's work on the ribbon. So I wanted to use as much of the lace as possible. So I'm going to use that to determine how much and how long each strand will be. So I decided to go ahead and cut the lace to utilize as much of it as possible. I do want the lace to be in front of the creamy white ribbon. I think that will give it a much more rustic kind of farmhouse look. So once I determined the length of the ribbon, I went ahead and cut some red and some cream. So now it's time for stars. Get out whatever you're going to use to trace to make your stars or stickers, and just determine your placement. Now, obviously, this is not going to be exactly correct. It is, after all, just a little DIY project. Then you can grab a pencil and trace your stars. I decided to do a circle of stars, but you could easily just put one star in the center. Now we're going to paint our stars. I did use a small angled brush to be able to get into the points of the stars. But you guys, I should have sanded my sign first. So I did decide at the end, after painting all the stars, it would be really nice to rough it up and make it look a little more farmhouse, country and rustic, and I should have done that before I painted my stars on. I did have to touch a few up because I decided to sand it after the fact. So here's what the stars look like painted, and this is when I came up with the idea to rough it all up, so I took it outside and gave it a quick sanding. Now, after a quick touch-up and reattaching my twine hanger, we are ready to attach our ribbon. So we're going to flip our sign over and use our hot glue gun to attach all the ribbon along the bottom. So for my stripes, I started with the red ribbon. Then I went in with lace, and over top of that, I did a strand of the cream ribbon. Now make sure that all of your lace is facing the same direction each time you attach a white stripe. Alternate them until you're done. And that's all there is to it. Now you could easily pick up some stars and paint them and glue them on if the thought of painting them is overwhelming. And a word to the wise, if you decide to distress your sign, do it before you paint your stars on. Overall, I am very happy with my new piece of patriotic decor, using a couple of things from the Dollar Tree. It sure didn't cost me much, and I'll have it for years to come. I hope you guys enjoyed this little DIY. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you back very soon in the next video.